I'd go anywhere with you.
I'd go anytime with you. If you think it'd be really different to date me than most of the girls you see around, you'd be quite right. I'll share my grapes with you. Let's go to some popular, healthy, goth, and alternative locations for hanging out and going on dates. I want chill and intense settings. Let me show you some low-cost, casual things to do if you're dating someone alternative or looking for just some new fun yourself. If you're interested in the arts, wellness, and the macabre, these are some fun, easy things to get into. There are always the bigger events like festivals, concerts, medium-sized open mic nights, parties, but I like when you can just get out and do something that makes the day more eventful. Let's go on a date. I'm covered from head to toe in coconut oil, the very best way to get some sun. It's important to feel like you're glowing before you go out. The oil helps to protect and nourish my skin. I'm doing a bentonite clay mask before I go out so my skin can be really clear and vibrant. I'll leave it on for 20 minutes. I rarely wear makeup. If I do, it's only one or two things, and I prefer them to be organic, and I hope you do as well. This brand's not for purists, but it's what I've been wearing lately. Basically, my version of preparing for any kind of date is just taking care of myself the way I normally like to. I love a super dark green drink like this with lots of blood building and cleansing chlorophyll, dark leafy greens, and wheatgrass. I've been pulling out carrots and eating their carrot tops. I like to eat before I go out instead of going to social outings that revolve around food. This green drink is a perfect way to start my day. I think choking is less of a hazard if you're not talking when you're eating. But mostly I would just prefer to eat what I have at home and spend my actual time socializing and out playing when I do go out. The garden is so happy. It might be a little jungle. I'm so excited to find out what some of these plants are since I didn't keep track. I love a low cost and free date just as well as a higher end or luxurious one, and in fact find that they can be one and the same. If you go to a comic book or bookstore, you can discuss your preferences while finding some excellent selections. You can see a Chevy Tahoe in the background. I always notice those. They have all these really amazing titles here. I always look for horror comics. These are more of the back issues here. I got a few of these last time. I used to staunchly refuse getting graphic novels. Now I have a good blend. You can always find the best men in a place like this. graveyard is an intimate setting for any kind of hangout or a date. There's already someone waiting for you. I like anything that looks post-apocalyptic. All of the song Girl Anachronism. Many goths feel anachronistic and especially drawn to past worlds. Have a seat on a Victorian garden bench and eat each other's brains. I mean, talk. I think probably most through and through goths are some kind of romantic and artist, or at least fancy themselves to be. Don't be prejudgmental. Everyone is different. But if you do find yourself on a hangout or date with a goth, keep in mind, be open and honest. We're into some crazy stuff. We'll probably dig you out if you are just genuine. They have these installments throughout the city. They'll have a theme. It used to be light bulbs, another time it was butterflies. See if you can find some local art in your city. Bring your instruments, writing tools, anything you have to create, practice, and perform. Speaking for myself, if you play up love, creativity, and spookiness, we've got ourselves a damn good time. Have a heart-to-heart. You could go home and watch a Guillermo del Toro movie like Crimson Peak or a Woody Allen film like Love and Death, which is one of the best of all times, especially for the finale. Sometimes dog hangouts are next to human ones. You don't want to get them confused. My favorite places to go with friends or partners are places where we can get to know each other better and just really be ourselves. So I like places that are a little bit more secluded or somewhere that we can really just talk. A park is one of the first choices to go out by yourself or with anyone else. Get to the great outdoors if you can. I learned from the video game Sims that relationships are like plants and need to be watered, or they end up like this riverbed, desiccated. Going camping and paddling have always been some of my favorite bonding experiences. The river is bone dry now. Go walking downtown and just enjoy your city. This is a walk-in art center, and I hope you can find some places in your community that are local and convenient. So it shows you how to make different projects. Do you like socializing and playing video games? Come to a barcade, a bar arcade. Check out your local art studio and just enjoy the exhibit. These interesting bird feeders. Okay. Yeah, so you can go to the different exhibits. Oh, the penny floor art design. It doesn't cost anything to go to the exhibit, but you really might fall in love with some of the pieces. Go to your local antique stores, especially the massive antique malls. There's usually a few of them next to each other. Every alternative couple knows to go to the malt shop when they're really looking to have fun. It's a tapestry pillow. This is so beautiful. It's really small. Oh, we're gonna have to ask the price. Antique stores or apps like OfferUp are my favorite places to get artwork. More cool designs and gemstones everywhere. Keep in mind an antique mall is different than an antique store. It really is so much more. And you can do endless hunting. Like these look totally medieval and cool. These are serving bells for giants if you need a lot of service. I love the metal work on it. It's amazing. If only my feet were in a size 20. Wow, check out this plant stand. Oh, this is the most incredible lampstand I've ever seen too. Shop local is a lifestyle, not a season. You know the alternative crowd loves rock. Let's go shopping for spiritual lifestyle accessories. I'll ask if she likes this design. I think those are so beautiful. I love the tiger's eye one that you've got. I'm such a sucker for a baby dragon. This hourglass is incredible. I've been wanting to get a new pendulum. Did you see the ice dragon? I'll have to ask if this is all organic or not. Okay, wait, actually, I do need some of these. These are so cute. Here, wait, do you want to pick your spirit animal over here? Visit a wellness center or spa. Incorporate massages, yoga, or anything that leaves you both feeling better long after. Then you can associate each other with that feeling too.
But have you ever heard of vibroacoustic therapy? So the bed will vibrate and you'll hear binaural beats. Around herbs, we have some growing upstairs now. If you want to come in sauna with somebody else, you definitely can. We have 2 pods, number one. So if you wanted to come with a friend.
You can see somewhere like this is for everyone. Getting plants together is such a nice bonding experience because they're so healthy for us. It's like buying a pet together, except, without the horrible responsibility of taking care of a pet afterwards. I've heard part of three being a magic number is the molecules for water and letting energy flow. And also, a lot of people say that it's like the first real number, things like that. Check out decorations around the stores or your neighborhoods if there's a holiday nearby, especially if it's the best holiday. Maybe one day you can even make your own greenhouse together. There are a lot that are easy to put up. This is the reality show I'm starring in. It's such a great wide world where you can do much of anything. Play games like making shapes out of clouds or trees. I used to love doing that game at night off of a balcony. Life is meant to be fun, and everyone's meant to be happy. Take a walk together through the historic district and find old treasures. Shall always fight good and hard, even if I have to fight alone. There are some things to do, like consultations or looking over the artwork and jewelry that you can do at a body modification shop, besides just getting ink and piercings. Ask a lot of questions if you want to.
If I don't make it, then at least you can still glass the damn thing. Alright, do it.
Like upgrading my jewelry to these ergonomic flat-backed posts. It can be nice to add a functional touch to any date, as long as it's still focused on the two of you. Get a sweat going together. Go see any fantasy, sci-fi, or horror film. You can go to the arcade together for guaranteed raw thrills. Arts and crafts classes would be a great date or hangout. Go to a craft store and find good fun. From the shopping to crafting, there's so much to do. I want to get lost in these forests. It's just a phase, and everything's just cycles. Incorporate horror, fantasy, and supernatural elements. Look up haunted places in your area. One of my favorite outings ever was going with a group of friends on a homespun ghost tour. Get creative. If someone means a lot to you, take the time to show them they do. I like to hang out with people that don't need a reminder to spend time with me. I'm sure you do too. Friends, and especially partners, should make you feel like you have a special place in their life. It's as easy as putting the intention behind one of these simple date ideas. It's healthy to go on regular dates. If you find that you haven't been outside of the house in a way that's not performative in a couple weeks, make that time for yourself. If you have a significant other and haven't been on a date together in about 6 months, keep in mind people have time for what they want to do. There's so much fun to be had. Make a date sometime soon. You deserve it. One day or day one, you decide. For more reasons than ingredients, I almost only attend a restaurant to accompany someone else, and do so rarely. If it's somewhere with cleaner drinks, an organic or decent vegan menu, I could probably find something to enjoy for a special occasion. Go downtown and marvel at the creations and ongoings of humanity. You're a hep cat. Look at the incredibly indie channel you're on right now. Go somewhere really thriving. Every city will have a cultural hub where there are the most diverse activities. Goths can have high tolerances for a lot of things, including shock value. I like a lot of novelty. Sharing a brand new experience with someone is something we all would like. Go somewhere you can discuss your shared passions and interests. They're on a romantic rendezvous permanently. Isn't this just the loveliest font you've ever seen? James is one of my best friends. In this modern day, this is the easiest way to incorporate poetry quickly into your association. Who hath not learned, in hours of faith, the truth to flesh and sense unknown, that life is ever lord of death, and love can never lose its own? If someone's not willing to explore with you, are they really worth their salt? I was reading an article earlier talking about X-Men characters matching up with zodiac signs. They pegged Cyclops as an Aries and Emma Frost here as a Scorpio. It actually made a lot of sense. It took me years to warm up to this couple, but I mean, I'm really into it now. The wedding on this cover is not the main universe, if you're as behind on current issues as I am. I'll sunbathe all day, even if I prefer the moonlight. lounge around with you all day. Hours of massages, good reading material. They're half the size of chipmunks and they go in these holes. It's the cutest little animal that hangs out here too. Let us speak of Aphrodite, goddess of beauty and sexuality, and how she went on a date with a mortal man who by the end of it said to her, "You're far too beautiful to be a human and must be a goddess. Therefore, I will not sleep with you." She realized how terrified he was and said, "Oh, not I. I'm just a regular maiden, like any other ladies you might find." So he goes to bed with her, and in the morning finds her in her full goddess form, and is just petrified, feeling that he'll be emasculated, that he'll lose his strength in her presence. But this doesn't need to be so. You can always build up your self-worth and attract anything that you desire. Raise your vibration, and you will be the most beautiful creature. Everything that's lower vibration is uglier. Everything higher vibration is beautiful. You deserve love, and you can find it at any time. You deserve companionship. We're all social creatures, even the most antisocial of us. So find somebody that really makes it worth it to you to bring out that deity energy that hopefully you've been in all along. I love it when people bring me their deity energy. The goddess in me respects the God in you. Know that love is always available to you. You just need to lead your life by it, and all else will follow. It's called living by the cups and not by the pentacle. You really do deserve everything that you're willing to put in. Just don't tell anyone I'm a goddess masquerading as a nymph. Aphrodite really loved the mortal, but he ended up telling his friends afterwards that he hooked up with her when they were all in their cups, and Zeus hits him with lightning.
What do I have here? Poison roast batch.
Ooh la la, the nighttime. Coming out of seeing the newest Jurassic Park movie on our moonlit stroll, we saw this tower is lit up by a party of ghosts. Thanks for coming with me to all of the best local haunts. Thanks for going out with me. I hope you'll subscribe for more healthy and alternative content and hang out with me again very soon.